Okay, it's Thursday and we're continuing our weekly reclaiming God's best for our lives. Okay, because if you are stuck, stalled, or spiraling, or whatever else you could be doing, I want us to get out of that because there's some stuff that we're supposed to be accomplishing, doing. And we keep getting gas and then we running out of gas. We get gas and then we running out of gas. And in what God has called me to do to um so let's pause. I'm Rose Watson. Welcome to my Grace to Grow channel. So every single week, every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, for the months of June and July, I have committed to going live to accomplish two things. One, uh, I coach women who are struggling with fulfillment or finances to make the income and impact that they want to see, right? And we do that by investing in our own entrepreneurial ideas and being committed to the development that it takes to get doing things, right? And so that's what I do. The number one reason that I see that women who reach out to me are not ready for my coaching services or my business coaching services is they think problems are meant to put a pause on their dreams and their ideas, and they're like, well, I gotta handle these problems. And I'm here to tell you that problems are a great indicator that you're on the right path. It's not meant to pause what you're supposed to be doing. It's meant to help you persist, right? So the second reason that I'm going live is because I want to help coach women. I've committed to helping and serving 100 women to start, scale, or stabilize their entrepreneurial endeavors. And I can't do that if y'all ain't ready, right? I get these women, they want to tell me these sob stories, and I'm like, I ain't the coach for you, right? Like, I'm not the coach for you if you just want a pity party. Um, And I had to recognize that in my own life, I've thrown multiple pity parties. And I've looked across my life and really looked at the areas of my life, looked at the women that I'm coaching, did some research. And I said, like, God, help me to help the people that are coming to me. Because even though I may not want to coach women who are not ready, that's who is attracted to me right now. And so I want to help you get ready. I want to help you reclaim God's best for your life, because He's not moved to respond to you based on your tears. He's moved by faith. Okay. So we've talked about a few different things, right? And I believe that we learn um, by having multiple encounters, multiple experiences. You learn through repetition. And so we are focusing on the re's, right? Our first one um, had to do with relationships, um, redefining success, restarting, and then this week we're going to talk about being ready. And so I'm going to teach you some things that you can apply to your personal life and your business, but I'm going to teach you from the Bible. Okay. So that's something about me. You're going to get business, but you're going to get it from Bible principles. Okay. So because I don't want you to trust that I'm right, I'm flawed, I'm human. I want you to trust and know and believe that God is right. God is, His word is infallible. God does not change. Like, we change, we grow, we evolve, we elevate, we change, we digress, we regress, but God does not. And so anything that I want to teach you, I want you to know that it's going to be applicable forever, right? And then you use prayer and discernment to see, when do I apply it? It's always right, but when is the right time that I apply it? So this week we're going to jump in and we're going to talk about being ready. And we're not just talking about being any kind of ready. Hold on, right, real fast. We're talking about being ready when the details or sketchy. Like when you don't feel like you have everything that you need to get started. And um so yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. Y'all ready? All right, let's get started. So in my mind, this was gonna work out differently. Hold on. Oh my god, I hate to do this, but y'all gotta hold on. I gotta go get my other phone. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about being ready. And I'm not talking about any kind of ready. I'm talking about being ready when the details are sketchy. You feel prompted to do something, you feel passionate about doing something, but like do what? Right? And so I'm actually going to teach you how to get ready. And it's going to be focusing on Genesis chapter 22. So very high level in this Bible story, we see Abraham, and he was tested. God had already done a few rounds of tests with him, and he was getting where he needs to be, right? But what we want to talk about is that he was beginning his faith journey with God. And so oftentimes when you're supposed to do something, it means you're supposed to go somewhere. Like it's time to go, right? And so I found that a lot of women are not ready for the next step because they want to stay where they at. You comfortable. You want to stay on your job. Like you it's consistent. The paycheck is consistent. Like branching out to do something on your own or branching out to do something new, like it's unknown. And so I want to talk to you about oftentimes we are praying. God send me a blessing. God send me more money. And what he does is he sends you a burden. He gives you an agitation to something at your job. And you're like, God, I prayed for a blessing. I ain't prayed for this, right? Or we'll say, like, God, give me more income, and he'll give you an idea. Because oftentimes God's response to us is not make it rain, right? It's I'm gonna give you an ingredient and see if you'll take the other things that you've acquired in your life to put the rest of the ingredients together to bake the cake. Okay. So Abraham in this story is tested. And remind you again, this is a business principle that comes from the Bible because my word could be faulty, but God's is not, right? And so let's be clear. This was a test from God. It was not a temptation from the devil. Abraham was asked to do a hard thing with very little details. Go to a mountain, I'm going to show you, sacrifice something, your son. And so I want us to know that all the time when we are called out to do something, you don't get a lot of details. You're not going to have a 22-point plan, right? And it's not going to always be doing what you're comfortable doing. And so every time you face a hard thing or a hard decision, it's not the devil, right? God does call you to hard places. So I want us to recognize that he didn't say he wouldn't call you to a hard place. He said that I would just never leave you or forsake you, right? Okay. So let's see. Because we're talking about being ready for your next step. We're talking about being ready to go get your promise. We're talking about being ready to go get your paper. We're talking about being ready to go make some profit, right? And so just know you may not have all the details. And it may be God may be asking you to do something that's harder than you've ever done. Leave a place that you're really comfortable with. I remember the first time when they told me I was getting kicked off of like food stamps and stuff, and my kid was getting put out of Head Start. I'm like, how am I gonna make it? Right? Like this been supplementing my income for forever. And I really felt like it was punishment. But what it did was it pushed me, it forced me to step into the next level of my life. Right? Okay, so Look what sometimes you have to set out with very few specifics. Sometimes God can be very short on the specifics, okay? And so it's like you get what you get, and what you get is enough to start. If you know how to solve a problem, that's enough to start. If you feel passionate about something, that's enough to start. Stop waiting until you get everything perfect, because even if you think it's perfect, you're going to have to make revisions to it. You're going to have to keep perfecting it. So you have enough to start. And so when we look at the story in chapter 22 in Genesis, okay, because this is about Abraham, I want y'all to look at what he did, what he took, and I want you to apply that to your life. What he did, he got up early the next morning. Y'all be sitting on ideas for years. Years. I've had coaching clients come to me and say, I've been wanting to do XYZ for a decade. Okay, why are you reaching out to me now? A decade? Abraham got asked to do something with very little details. And what did he do? He got up early the next morning and got to doing it, got to heading towards it. Your delay is costing you your ram in the bush. So I just want to tell you that, okay? The ram, the provision, all of that, you ain't getting it until you go and take a hike. Okay? You got to set out towards it. Okay? And so, what did Abraham take with him? He didn't have a lot of details. God just told him to do something that was very hard, that was uncomfortable. He got up early in the morning. He went to go do it. What did he take? He took some wood. He took some servants. And so, if we think about that in our life, he took some wood. He had done sacrifices before, so he took what he knew would be needed for a sacrifice. So you have also done some things before. You've been developed in some areas of your life before, enough to where you got enough to go. Well, I wanna have a food truck. I wanna start a catering business. You don't watch grandma cook enough meals. You got kids, you didn't cook enough meals. Start. You got enough to start, right? So what he took with him was what he already knew. While you're waiting for more, go with what you already know. Okay? He took some people, some servants with him because Abraham was old. He used some common sense, right? Some stuff is just going to take common sense. Some stuff is just going to start. It's just going to take starting. It's just going to take going. It's just going to take using what you already know until you learn the next thing. And it's going to take some common sense. He didn't do nothing spectacular. Okay. And he knew he was old. He knew he was going to need some help. So he took his servants. But then when he got some new information, he said, oh, this is the mountain. God showed me the mountain that I'm supposed to make this sacrifice. He ditched the people that couldn't go with him any further. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we as women struggle with. Where we think that when we start, we can't make shifts. But just start and anticipate that you're going to have to make some shifts, right? Because I want you to be ready. It's not ready to make $1 million overnight. It's ready to start. And as you work towards the $1 million, you'll make the necessary shifts, right? And the second thing is everybody can't go with you. Expect people that start with you not to finish with you. You and your boyfriend break up and it's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I can keep going. That's the perfect time to go. Because apparently they weren't supposed to go with you. All right. So the next thing we see is that he was asked a question by his son. Hey, I see all this stuff. It's supposed to be a sacrifice. Like, how this gonna happen? And Abraham was honest. I don't know. God gonna do it. So sometimes we think we're not ready because we don't have the answers. Let me tell you, I have sat in a room with CEOs and they are not that smart. Some of them, okay? Like they're not that smart. What they're really good at is hiring smart people. Okay? So The thing that I need you to know is it's okay if you don't know. It's okay if you don't know. Can we be okay with not knowing? Because this is about starting. Okay. I want you to be okay with not knowing. And then I want you to go all the way with the information that you have until you get the next piece of information. Okay. So, what I have found with some of my coaches is they'll go a piece of the way, they'll even go up the mountain. But when it gets hard and when you got to do it consistently and when you got to post on social media 30 days consistently and when you got to reach out and ask people for help and when you got to humble yourself and say you don't know, they're like, oh, that's too much. If Abraham would have stopped at I don't know, he would have never seen the ram in the bush. Okay. So this is what I want you to know about getting ready. Being ready is not knowing everything, it's your mindset of how you respond to it. God is not talking to people in burning bushes. He's anymore. He's got a small still voice and he's not going to outshout you to get you headed to what he wants for you. God is all about love, and love will lead you and not force you. So God can want your family to never be in poverty again. He can want your idea to turn into a Fortune 100 company. He can want a brand new house for you. But guess what? He can lead you there, but he's not going to force you to go there. So if you don't never think that you're ready, you'll never be ready. What you are hoping for, what you are praying for, what you believe in your heart that is like you don't even know why you care about this. You don't know why you're interested in this. You don't know how you know this. You don't know why people come to you for this. You don't know why kids like you. You don't even like kids. But it's like I'm supposed to be doing something with kids. I'm supposed to be having a daycare. I'm supposed to be like I don't even like cooking. But for some reason, every time somebody want to eat something, they come to me. You got enough to start. Don't delay. Be ready for whatever is requested of you. Okay? Use your common sense and the competencies you already have. This ain't about, I need to go back to school. This ain't, no, baby, listen. You've been alive on this earth long enough. You know something. You know enough to get started. And you be ready to just not look at your blessing over there. Okay. It's not enough when I drive by and I see these multi-million dollars homes, like I'm looking at them. I remember one time I parked my car, I took my kids out the car and I walked around this multi-million dollar property and I said, God, one day, me and my kids gonna be up in something like this, right? Because it's not enough to just pass by and look at other people's blessings. You got to get out and go get yours. Okay. So that's what I want y'all to recognize this week. And so I'm going to give y'all some homework this week. I rarely give people homework, but I'm going to give y'all some homework this week. This week, your homework is to ask God to shine a light on what's got you stuck, why you won't start. It's a reason why you won't start. It's a reason why you won't get up early in the morning and put your pen to paper and start writing out your dreams and ideas. What is it? I want you to ask God to shine a light on it. Me personally, I will tell you that I struggled a lot with daddy issues. Like if my own daddy didn't want me, like ain't nobody else gonna receive me. Ain't no. Uh-oh. Am I back? Uh-oh. I hope I back. But I want for your homework this week. Am I back? Chris. Oh Lord. Hope I didn't leave y'all. Am I back? Can you hear me? Okay. So this week I'm gonna give y'all some homework. Ask God to shine a light on what's got you stuck. Why are you stalling? Is it rejection? Is it fear of abandonment? I want you to ask God, why am I stuck? Why am I stalling at doing what I know that I know how to do? Like, why come everybody can think that you are good at doing something except for you? I want you to ask God about that. Me personally, I had daddy issues. My own daddy chose something else over me. So it's like, well, other people not gonna choose me. Other people not gonna listen to me. Other people not gonna want me or think my ideas are important. My own father didn't think I was important, right? And so that fear of rejection. I was like, listen, I'm just happy that I can pay my bills. God did not design us to be in bondage by poverty and just be happy that we can pay our bills. So I want us to really think this week and write it out. Why am I stuck? Why am I not starting the things that I know I should be doing? Why am I going every day to a company investing in their ideas and not investing in my own ideas? Because that's what you're doing. When you clock in on a job every single day, you are making their company a profit. You are benefiting their company. I want you to ask yourself, why am I not putting that same energy into my ideas in my life? Before I launched my own business, I was waiting on somebody else to do it for me. I was like, I want a soft life. I want my husband to be this mighty man of God. I want him to go out and get it so that I can be kept. And guess what? That sounds really good. But you got dreams and ideas too. It's great for your man to go out and get it. You go get it too. You you don't let your dreams die. That's what I'm telling y'all today. Okay? So your homework is, God, shine a light on what's got me stuck. Shine a light of why I'm not starting things that I know that I should be starting. Then I want you to really like ask for it. Like, that's a sin, right? Like, in the grand scheme of things, anything we say give that has more influence on us than God. Like, say, I'm sorry. I sat on some of my gifts. I sat on some of my abilities. I have a lot of resentment in my heart. I like whatever it is, whatever he shines the light on it, and say, like, I'm sorry, God, but like I want to start now. I'm ready. I don't put nothing higher than the dreams and the purpose that you've given me in this life. Because let me tell y'all something. When you don't start, what ends up happening is our kids, the starting line for them gets pushed way back. And so I don't know about y'all, but I love my kids. Love them. Want to slap them a lot of times. But I love them kids. And I be thinking, Lord, if I don't do nothing else in this life, I want to give them a better start than me. How we gonna give our kids a better start than us if we don't start the things that we know we should be doing? Okay, so be ready. That's the word for this week. Be ready. Change your mind about what ready looks like. Okay, change your mind about what it looks like to start. Abraham said, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. God gonna do it. Abraham got up early in the morning and set out to a place where God didn't even really give him no specifics. Okay. Abraham got up and he used his common sense to get going. He was like, okay, a sacrifice gonna take some wood. I'm old. This gonna be like a 3-day trek. So I might need my servants to help me out. He started with common sense. I don't know what you are called to do, but I know you called to do something. I know you got some gifts, you got some talents, you got some abilities. And think about it like this: what do everybody call you for outside of gossip? My kids would always be like, Mama, my friend, she going through something. Can you call her? My friend, she don't have no daycare for her child. Can you talk to her about? I was resourceful. People were calling me for information all the time. A lady on my street, my daughter got a CPS case. I know you worked at CPS. Can I call you to talk about that? That what do people call you for all the time? Is it a hot meal? Is it to crawl on somebody's shoulder? What is it? And then ask God why you not moving towards starting something with doing it. I think that y'all are beautiful people, and I think that God has graced you to do something. I will also tell you that God is not going to force you to do it, and you can't force God to do nothing for you that you won't do for yourself. God does the supernatural things, the things that we cannot do for ourselves. He expects for us to do the things that we can do for ourselves. Okay, I got Bible, but this ain't Bible study, but I got Bible. Lazarus was dead, stinking dead. And Jesus still told him, roll the stone away. Because what you're capable of doing, he expects for you to do. So get started. Get started with what you already know. Get started with what you are already good at. You are ready. You can be honest and say, I don't have all the details. I don't know what this is going to look like. And you can still get started. I want your mindset to be ready to do and to set out towards what's going to be a game changer for you and your family. All right. Next week, we're going to actually get into some fun stuff. Because I'm going to believe that if you join me next week, that you are ready. Okay? Because we didn't talk about relationships. You should have readjusted and put people in their proper place for relationships. You should have done the internal work to figure out why you were stuck, why you were stalling, right? You should have done the work to redefine success, right? Like that should be done. That should be out of the way. The hard part should be out of the way. And now we can get into some good stuff. All right. I'll see y'all next Thursday.